This time we are going to look at two different approximations for the data. So I copied this from one of the spreadsheets, from one of the worksheets. And this is units sold, so that is Q, that's our quantity, that's the input, and then revenue. So let's quickly put that on a scatter plot. And you could see that we might want to do a linear approximation, but we could also do this with a quadratic because it looks a little bit like it's part of an upside down parabola. So we can do as before, we can click on the points, go to trend lines, and do the linear approximation. We want to display the equation. So we have that y is equal to 2.1475x plus 16,243. Let me just, for the sake of some clarity, look at the chart again, do another scatter plot. This time, when I'm clicking on it, I am going to go and do the trend line. But looking at type, I now want to have a parabola. Well, a parabola is an order 2 polynomial, so it's something like an x to the n, but n is x squared. So we get polynomial and the order is 2 because the highest power is 2. And we still go to options, make sure that we display the equation, and there we have it. Notice that the difference between these two models is that with the line, we're going to assume that the revenue is always going to be increasing. And with the quadratic approximation, we see that it eventually basically comes down again. And so, just like we have had before, if we wanted to create a text box, we could quickly record our answers and say the linear approximation is revenue is equal to 2.1475 Q plus 16,243, and the quadratic approximation is that the revenue is equal to minus 0.0003 times Q squared plus 5.6207 Q. So that's my quadratic, and recording the 10,338 as the constant term. So there are two formulas, and then you can work with this depending on what questions are being asked.